Hey guys, welcome to today's stream. We're just getting started here. We've only played a few hands and we're trying to get some 200 NL tables sorted, but at the moment, even joining the heads up tables where no one sat in, we can't seem to get people to play us. So we're currently playing a little bit of 100 NL here, and I'll keep looking to try and open up some 200 NL tables in the meantime. So we raised under the gun here with ace queen. Flop comes 5 king 8. We're just going to check that to Zokaf over on the button. We get the draw to the Broadway. Just going to check it again. Bit of a horrible spot, really. I guess I could have let out on the turn there with the jack, but it's very likely that he's calling with a king or a jack, seeing as I don't have either in my hand. Or at least he might have something. I could float, but I just feel like there's no need at this point. Interestingly, the guy that I was just playing on this table has just sat up and gone and sat over here. And I intentionally sat down next to him because I know that he's not an overly aggressive player, so he's not a bad person to be confirmed as having on my left. Anyway, I was going to defend here with the king 8. We obviously totally whiff the flop, but might be fine to c-bet small. But as soon as he leads into us at this stage, happy to just fold that. Let's see what other tables we can get going. Whoops. Hmm. Oh, I thought there was a table open then, but it wasn't. There aren't many 200 NL games going. There's only like 3 tables open. It's weird. It's really strange. I'm going to try and just join the waiting list of another table. Um, and I'll start another 100 NL table as well. Flop an open-ended straight heads up on the 200. Now we make it a pair. I think we're going to bet this if it's checked to us here. We'll make it 50% of the pot. Finally get a few people joining us. At this table, finally we get a full table of 200 NL. Whee! Uh, don't hit anything on the river, and luckily he misses and we take the pot. Brilliant. It's a good start. That's a good start. Do we complete here? No, I'm not going to complete here. Ace King over on table 1. Just going to have a look at that. We're in the big blind. We've got the small blind taking his time. For some reason, probably going to time out. Oh no, we get a raise, so we'll free bet that up to 11 big blinds. I see a fold. Table two, we've got ace 10 on the cutoff, and we've raised it up. We get top pair. It's ours. All ours. See a three bet with the queen nine off on table one. Just let that go, obviously. Just to remind you guys, we're on a 10-minute delay for the stream. And if you do pop by, then don't be shy. Say hey in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. It's always a lot more enjoyable for me knowing that there's someone there that I can chat to. And yeah, don't be shy. Even give me a follow if you're feeling particularly festive. So you raise here. I'm not going to start free betting just yet. I want to see a few more hands with some of these people, get a sense of how aggressive they are. Don't really want to put myself into any awkward positions where I end up getting pot committed on basically just playing their stats. This person's relatively loose already. We know we've seen almost 100 hands of them, so we're just going to free bet them with the ace four. That, however, free pip of 26 is absolutely fine. Pre-flop raise of 24 is quite high. This table down here, we're just on the waiting list. And 10 off, short-handed. There's probably a fold there. It's a lot warmer here in the UK today than it has been the last few weeks, where it's been pretty consistently in the minus temperatures. But that being said, it's still pretty cold, still a bit chilly. Ooh, we get kings under the gun on table one. Let's go and have a look at that. Come on, give me some action. No! Let's hope that this session isn't anything like the session that I streamed the other day, where in the space of a 3 hour mini session, I I got aces, kings, queens, ace king off, and ace king suited 27 times in 3 hours, and we ended up down. We were down with all the premiums, and we had each of them like five, like 4 to 7 times each. It was pretty brutal, pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I really hope it was not like that. Anyway, we managed to make it back actually and get things back on track. But then yesterday was another frustrating session. So this is our recent session stats. You can still It's still a good positive month, but yeah, it was really annoying, really annoying. And this is how the start of the session's gone so far. Very early days, very early days. King seven under the gun. It's a fold. Jack's down on table 3. We get a call. It's a pretty good turn for us. It's going to defend here with the king 7. 9-9 Jack. Hmm. We'll see a few more hands from him. Try not to do anything too funky until I know the player's a bit better. That being said, I do go rogue a fair amount of the time. I was actually thinking of introducing a few streams where I trade as well. I've been managing a small hedge fund for the last few years. I've traded for over 10 years. Um, I mainly do longer term trading, trend following style trading, in a variety of derivative products markets like oil and wheat and like metals like gold and silver and copper and um, all sorts of markets really, forex and global stocks from different regions, not just US stocks. So really diversified and used to trading lots of different derivative markets. But I thought it might be fun to accompany some of my streams with some shorter term trading, and almost comparing it to the performance of my poker with similar bankroll. Um, I thought it could be an interesting challenge. So let me know in the chat if you think, or in the comments, if watching as a VOD later on, if you think that would be something you'd be interested in. If it is, then subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube for more notifications whenever I upload, because I am really tempted to do that, and I think it could be a fun thing to follow. Um, it would be some free education for people looking to get into trading, and hopefully put right a lot of myths and let's just say like dangerous perceptions that have been spread through these like insta forex traders that take their photos in front of their rented Lamborghinis and stuff. Hopefully, it will give you a more realistic sense of what actually trading is like for most people who make money in it on a daily basis. Um, so we'll see. Anyway, we've got the jacks here on the small blind. We're going to raise that up. We've only seen 2 hands from this chap. We know nothing about him, but jacks is a good one to be raising with. Not a fantastic flop. We do see an ace, and it's all diamonds, which we didn't have, but that could be scary for him too. So we're going to put in a small c bet, lead into him. It works, thankfully. Not the flop you want to see, though. I'm going to fold the ace-4 off to the under the gun raiser. We have played 300 hands with them, with Jeffy. Let's get a sense for his range. 4-bet range, queens to kings and ace-king off. Pretty fair. Attempted steal, then 4-bet with queens and ace-king off. Called 2-bet from the blinds with queen-jack off. Called 3 bets in position with ace-10 suited. Seems solid, to be fair. I've got him marked down as being a more aggressive player, but I think I may have prematurely tagged him because, judging from his stats, he's not a loose and aggressive player. He looks more like a tag player, to be honest. Um, I think on table two, we're gonna flat this. We get the gut shot, wheel draw, and a backdoor flush draw. We're gonna check and float, or hopefully get check check. Okay, so pick up the nut flush draw now. We've still got five to get the straight. Feel like it's quite a strong. We've got quite a lot of outs. We've got the ace as well. It could be good if we hit that. So let's bet into it. 3/4 pot. Take it. Nine ten suited and booted. Looks nice. Stealing 50% of the time. I don't know if I want to polarize my three bet range from the small blind just yet against him with 9-10 suited. We get kings on table one. It folds over to us. We're under the gun +1, aka hijack at 6 max. Damn. Come on, Ivan. Or Yvonne, depending on why. Always get an ace on the flop when I have kings. At the moment, my premium luck is not running well. Could still be good here a lot of the time. We've got a full house. He's got the eight. If he's got the ace, oh, so. Is he cool? It's just a standard raise that he's called with. He's not free bet me or anything. He can't have a strong ace. Could have like a weak ace, in which case he's got a good full house. Got a call there. Oh, yeah, I mean, obviously there's a chance he has the ace, but it's not. He could be calling me with such a wide range of things that I have, you know, and he could be bluffing because of the check back on the turn. Nice hand. Nice hand. Five high doesn't win that one, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I still think I'm calling there pretty much every time, so I'm not too worried about that. Ace eight, three bet, little bit thin that three bet, but oh, okay, the four bet from the big blind. I'm not thinking of calling this. I just want to have a look at his ace jack off. He four bets with, but we only have one example of that, so let's just fold it. Interesting. Over on table two, we've got pocket fives. Let's flatten set mine, shall we? Five. No. No luck. Let go of that. Let go of that. Table four, we've got kings versus kings. Pretty crazy. Only my connection is unstable. Ace three in the on the button. Raise it up. Take it down. uh, After a steady start, we've dropped back down again now with those last few hands. Still in the same situation as we were the other day, where can't seem to win with a premium, but not big at least. Pocket fours down on table three. Pretty aggressive player, raises from the hijack. Definitely plus EV for us to set mine here against him. Hopefully he gets a top pair sort of hand and we'll shove it all in. We don't hit anything, so I'm just going to check that back and give up. C bets. No thank you. Jack 10 off on the button, top right. Three bet with the ace 5 as well. Bottom left. I'm going to three bet with the ace queen as well. Jack 2 is a bit of a loose defend, but we'll do it anyway. A few things that come up there. Just going to bet quite big, see if we can take that down. Defending pretty wide, small blind raises. Don't really want to make it easy for people to be doing that to us on a regular basis at six max. It happens quite a lot where you're in the position where you're, it folds round to the blinds. So you don't want it to be a simple pickup for them to raise if you're just sort of not paying attention and got auto fold on. You want to be a tricky player and you want to be relatively polarized in that position. Make them play out of position, not know whether you've got aces or jack deuce. Makes it a lot harder. Pretty good flop for our range. The ace and the jack out there. We'll see bet small. Don't get anything. I'm going to fire one more bullet at the same sizing, percentage wise. We get a fold. Pocket deuces up here. I was going to fold that. I think if I were in the cutoff, I probably would raise it, but it's not particularly profitable as a hand to play generally, unfortunately. What is going on with my connection today? Now it says excellent connection. Before it was saying unstable. I don't know what's going on, but sorry if the connection isn't very good. I don't know what to say. We have fiber and it's fast, but even in this day and age, internet is unreliable at times, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, once again down here, it's going to defend with the 6-9. I think that's a reasonable flop for us to bet at. We've three bet quite a lot here, so we've got a relatively aggressive image on that table. Not aggressive, but like tight aggressive for sure. Not playing a super high percentage of hands, but we are free betting a lot. I started playing some poker the other day on Grosvenor Poker, um, which I think it was the first ever poker site I signed up for back in like 2006 or seven or something, and uh, and I always used to play like the tournaments there and that sit and goes. I never used to play cash games, and I sat down at a 50-100. Sorry, not 50-100. A 100 NL 51 cash game, and made five buy-ins in about like 2 hours. It was crazy, crazy, crazy week. Um, he is free betting a lot today. I might actually call this and play in position against him. We get an 8. Check. Obviously, we block ace hands with an ace in our hand. He bets small. I'd quite like to represent a queen here and then give up if we face too much opposition. I'm not going to put in a huge raise. I want to be able to fold to a push from him. But very much just using opposition here against someone that's free betting quite a bit. And maybe he's just getting good hands. Sucks. I think he probably had a really big hand there. He was not slow playing any part of that, was he? But sometimes that's going to work really well and you're going to pick up a lot of chips, and sometimes it's just, you know, it's just not. Straight into another hand there, ace queen, pick up top pair. We bet 75% on the flop, and we're going to do the same again on the turn. See a fold this time. Pocket fives on the button. Raise it up. Pocket aces next hand. Raise it up again. No action. Can't hit a set. Can't get action with premiums. Can't win with premiums. Just going through one of those phases. I'm looking forward to it turning around. Defending from the big blind with 5-10. Do make a 10. Flushes out there now. Obviously, it is totally possible that you have a king. I feel like we have to keep betting at the stage when he checks to us, but I don't want to make it massive. Almost want to look like we want to keep him in the hand. If he calls there or raises, obviously you've got to think that you're possibly behind with the flush and the king out there. He's out of position, so, to keep going to the river, he's probably got a part of it. But if you don't bet, then you let him make a hand. And also, you don't get any more information about where you're at. So a small bet is perfect there because you're paying a very small price to get information as to where you stand. King 9 off. Fold. Jack 10. Just going to fold that in the blinds. Ace deuce down there. I'm going to raise. Pocket threes. Do I want to limp it? I think I want to raise this a little bit to 6. Flatting's a little weak. At least now that hits my range pretty damn hard. Okay. Guess I fold the ace deuce on the bottom. Okay, seeing a call there is not great news for us because there's a lot going on that board. It's basically a pretty shit board for us at this stage. Oh, I could represent a king here. Go for the all-in bluff. Oh, he's called it and he's got it. Shit. Damn. Sometimes it's going to work. Sometimes it's not. He basically has to fold if he doesn't have a king. It's just when he does have it, you can't not. That stings somewhat. Well, at least I've got a very bluffy image on that table now, which I can probably use to my benefit. Once again, I get king, 0 fucking action. King, jack, 3-betting down there. Takes it down. A6 all in against jacks. Lose that as well. Deuces, totally whiff. I feel like that bluff on the river with the pocket threes makes sense too. I mean, we 3-bet him pre-flop, and played the hand pretty defensively. Like if we did have a queen, if we did have a king, say like king queen, we had like second pair, and we had a king in our hand, then that's exactly how I would have played it. So I feel like it's a good bluff. I'm not upset that he's called. Well, I mean, obviously I'm upset he's called. I'd rather have just fold. But it was. There's no way I could win with threes by just checking down. Like I couldn't have won. So my choice is either ram $95 in and try and win the $21 that's there, and like there's a good chance that a lot of the time that's going to work. Or wow, I get quads on here now. Hopefully he's got a flush. I think we've just got to get it all in now. Let's just like pause for a long time. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with it. I think like it's the right thing to have done. Sweet, nice hand there then, $158. But yeah, it's just it's one of those spots where you've just got to have the balls to go for it and hope they don't have a king. And a lot of the time, I think you're going to win that $21 pot. But sometimes you're going to lose $100. That's just the way it goes. Well, it's the first time I've had quads this month, I think. Um, yeah, pretty crazy. And we get a seat open up on the other 200 NL table. That's good. And we get queens. Oh, it's all going off. And we get queens on this table. We get raised. Let's raise it again. See a fold. No action. At least we get action with our marginal pocket pairs. That's something at least. Let's just check this back here. I mean, really, I've probably got too much exposure by having two 200 NL tables and two 100 NL tables open at the moment for me. The problem is I've got a pretty um, maniacal image on here, which is great because I can then just play a normal. Like, I've just bluffed off like my full stack with a pair of threes. But that's good because I'm now really polarized, and that I could be quite profitable with that. But I don't really want to lose that table, and this table's got two recreational players on it, so I'm reticent to leave that as well. And I've now got a big stack on this table, and this table's got some weak players, and I've got a big hand. So why can't I just have a fucking queen on a flop? Why can't I just hit a set or like have an overpair to the flop sometimes? It's just maddening. Just like without making, just not make it a sweat for me for once. That'd be great. Honestly, just I feel like I'm at the end of my tether with my recent run of bad luck with premiums. Bad beats are obviously the worst, but it's almost just like the sheer attrition of just never hitting a flop, always getting into really awkward positions with like your premiums, not getting any action. Just it just wears you down. Just wears you down. Um, this guy's range for raising is pretty wide based off the first 30 hands that we've seen. He's playing a lot of hands. So we're just going to free bet him down there on table 4. He does fold. We've opened up pretty wide on table 2. Sorry, I've clicked the wrong table though, so you're actually watching table 3. But we'll go over to table 4 now because everyone folded on table 2. Okay, interesting. So we get a flat and a 3-bet to 15. Billy 3-bet range, aces, kings. I think his 3-bet range probably has us crushed, so we'll fold that. I'll just scan out, give you a bit more of a impression of what's going on overall. Oh, we get aces. Oh my god. Aces, aces, aces. So good to see. So good to see. This is the table where we've got the maniacal image. We might even have a slightly tilty image based on the fact we just lost a big pot. You never know. All in, please. All in. Oh, no action. The problem with it is it just makes you want to. It just makes you want to play trappy to try and inveigle some sort of action. And as soon as you start doing that with these stakes, you just get into so much trouble. Ace King, another premium. Ace King suited. Get free bet. I'm just going to flap. And I'll float a bet. Might put a blocker bet in here. May induce a fold. Seeing as I'm out of position. Pretty bad for me now. I've got to give up on the river. It's going to take my time to hit check. And once again, we lose with a premium. It's fantastic. Oh no. Split pot. The frustration is real. Table 4 that we waited 8 years to join has now become totally barren and everyone has left. So that's fun. A6, reason for the gun, short-handed. I think I'm just going to fold. We're going to make that 3 big blinds to play from the small blind folded round to us. We get a call. Pretty good flop for us with the nut flush draw, the ace as the over, and a backdoor straight opportunity. Where we're at now, we're $13 down. This is how the session has gone so far for us. We got caught in a big bluff, although a good bluff, I would say. I certainly don't think there's anything wrong with it, apart from the fact that the guy that we were bluffing actually had the nuts. That is not the best time to bluff, although arguably it is, because you can also say when the nuts are out there and it's like hard for someone to have it, or you could easily represent it, then that's the right time to be bluffing, as opposed to any other time, like a dry board or somewhere where you just couldn't have it based off how you played it. Um, it's one of those occasions where that bluff just made total sense as far as I'm concerned. Just rubbish timing. Unfortunately. I'm going to defend here. And we're going to raise there. I don't mind floating a bet on table one. Got the gut shot. No flush opportunities for us, really. But with two pretty strong barrels, safe to say he's got something like ace jack, king jack, maybe an overpair. Let it go. So we called a raise here. I'm going to call raise there. Check, check. Oh, Vinny Coot. Got a lot of playing history with Vinny. He's very loose, aggressive. He's got a long history of sucking out on me and being annoying. I think we're just going to stick with these three tables for now. I feel like it's a bit of a better balance for the time being. If one of the 100 NL tables breaks up, then we will then we'll open a 200 if we can get on one. But there just aren't many 200 games going. To be honest, it's a bit weird, a bit strange. Get jacks on the 200 NL table. We're on track to hit our rake target for the end of the month, which is good. That will unlock $480 for us, which is very nice. And in doing so, we should probably also earn another 75, maybe 150 extra. And we've already earned 200, so we could be up near $800 in rake by the end of the month, which would be very helpful. Very helpful. So on the bottom, we just flat called with the fives, set mining, and haven't hit. Check to him with the ace 10. We free bet. To us. So 8-7 shorthanded is a raise on the button, I would say. A hand we can play. King Queen on the button. Billy Bones. Maybe we'll flat on this occasion. See an instant check from Vinny. Lead out. Let's flat that as well. Okay. So it hasn't really improved us at this point. We just need to give up to a bet like that. But Vinny continues in his trappy, old-fashioned trappy ways. Vinny will have the flush. No. Billy will have the flush. Sorry, that's what I meant. King 9. King 9? Wait, what? Oh, he was just bluffing, was he? Yeah, that's... Oh no, sorry, he had the... the 7 to jack. That's funny. Haha. Pocket 9s, got quad 9s earlier on this table. That was nice. Was that on this table? I think it was. Yeah. Uh, just call, slightly disguises our hand a bit. I probably raise here if he bets. In fact, I probably put him all in and just hope that he doesn't have two clubs or an overpair on the 9s. Damn. Oh, yes, that's great. Oh, God's sake. All right, back down again. Flop trips on stable. Return the full house. Get no action. Yep, it's pretty much what happens. It's actually insane how little action I get when I'm strong. Queens on table one. Okay, I'm going to free bet this up. Make it 12 to go. Oh, fuck. Full bet range is ace king off is what I've got for him. Let's have a look. There we go. Ace king off. Oh my god! Why can't I win with a premium hand? This is beyond variance now. If we look back on this month and look at my premiums, I'm probably down for like 20 days. Honestly, I'm fucking tilted by this. Still can't win. Still can't win. At this point, I have to leave the 200 NL table and only play 100 NL because that's what I do to manage tilt and manage bankroll and avoid spunking away everything. Oh, it's very annoying. Ace king on table one. Let's see how much we can lose with this. Just gonna see about that. That hits his range pretty well from the big blind. Bad card for us. Really bad card for us. We have to just. Oh, okay, amazing. We actually won a pot. $4. That'll help. That'll help grind back this $200 massive deficit we get from losing with everything that's supposed to smash people. Oh, God, it's fucking tiring when poker's like this. When things are going like normally or well, poker is just such a cool sport to be in. Or game, I should say, not sport. But when it's like this, you just feel like getting shotgun in your mouth. Ace five suited. Potentially call this. Considering the four bet squeeze, but didn't. And if I had, I'd have flopped monster. Pocket jacks. Gonna make it 10 to play with the jiggities. Ooh, okay. Let's make it 24 to play. No luck. I actually don't feel like I've played one hand badly today out of the first 350 hands we've played. And yet, we're 200 down. And we've had quads. And we've had aces twice. We're up $11 for aces in two hands. We've had kings 3 times. We're down $11. So we're break even for aces and kings. We've had queens 3 times and we're down $80. We've had ace, king, all in terms of premiums. We've had ace, king off plus. So aces, kings, queens, ace, king suited, ace, king off. 11 times and we're down $70. This is just unbelievable, really. Just going to see bet here. Our c-bet value is currently 80%, so it's a little bit high, almost exploitable. We should probably just be aware of which of the players at the table are going to notice this, potentially, and might want to exploit it so that we can let them if we are strong, and steer clear of getting exploited if we're weak. So, he's a reg player. He's a reg player. So basically, it's pretty. I'm not sure. This guy sort of falls somewhere in between. Plays a lot of hands, but also is probably punching above his weight in terms of stakes. So not sure. I'm just going to call here for the pot odds in case we get like trip fours or something. Okay, queen under the gun on table 2, raised it up. We've only got the 100 NL tables open currently just because we're down $200. We see a 3-bet from Jeffy just to get an idea of his range with the 3 bets. It could be ace 9 suited plus. I think we're going to call here in position. We get top pair. Checks to us, and we're going to bet that. Club comes. There's potentially a bad card just because if he does have ace king and he's free betting with that, then it's likely that it's 1 in 3 chance that he's got a club. I'm just gonna bet small-ish, like 35% of the pot. Again with our top pair. Aces are a possibility, but I think he would have bet the flop, not checked it. So if I had to guess what he's doing that with, I'd say something like, I don't know, maybe like jacks or something. And then when a few overpairs are on the board, clubs are on the board, he just thinks, nah, just let it go. Let it go, let it go. Ace 10, we're going to free bet that. We're going to fold. Just raising up from the small blind with the 9-7. Get a free bet, fold. Ace jack suited on the button. See a raise from under the gun. I think we are going to free bet that and make them pay to stay in the hand with us. Getting cold and hungry. I need food. And I've got a cottage pie ready to go. So we do get an ace. Whether he's under the gun, it's possible that he has a better ace than us. At this point, we just need to narrow down his range a little bit. Checks to us, so we're going to put in a C bet of 35%. I like that sizing as a C bet generally because you can get away from a big re-raise without having wasted too much money with a sort of 60% size bet. It's enough to put them to a decision where they can't just see another card if they want to call, and if they've whiffed, then they just fold and take it down without any drama. So I think it's 35% is a nice, comfortable bet sizing to go for. If we get back, if we make back another, let's say, I'm just gonna fold that actually. I'll fold the ace eight under the gun on the other table. If we get back to say like minus 130, then I think I'll probably open a 200 NL table again and keep grinding that. Maybe close one of these, whichever one we have a smallest stack on. But this is how we do it, just to avoid running into any cataclysmic areas of tilt. Oh, I'm tired. Just have a quick look at how the session is going. We are rebuilding a little bit from the horrific run. If I show you stats from the last few days, let me have a look. Since what's the date today? 18th. It was 17th of the 12th. Yeah. So as you can see, we're getting totally crunched. But what I wanted to show you is, God's sake, the number of premiums we've had in that time has been 36. And as you can see, we just cannot win with them. We can't win. Had 36. This is in how many hands is this? That's a full sample. Let me just clear the filter a second. So that's over 1,567 hands. We've had a pretty good percentage of premiums dealt to us. No, 36. Aces, kings, queens, ace, king off, ace, king suited. And just hardly win ever. When we do win, it's like you're taking down the blinds or something. Uh, so yeah, this is why I'm frustrated. Now you can get a sense of my frustration. Um, but I have to keep reminding myself the real picture is how we've been doing since we started and that was, let's look at, and since we started streaming at the beginning of November, and that's how it's been going. So much better. It's not all doom and gloom. It's just right now, I feel like I'm stuck in the middle of this like horrible rut where I'm getting massively unlucky and can't seem to make anything work. Anyway, back to the action. We've got Ace Queen on table one. We raised it up from the cutoff. We get called by the big blind Andrew, who we've not seen a load of. 63 hands with him. We've got a high C bet ratio. I'm just going to check this back here on the 7-7 king board. Turn comes on 9, offsuit 9. And he puts in possibly a delayed 3-bet. Could get jiggy with him here, but really I just don't see much value. I think good flop, good pre-flop hand, but poor afterwards. So just let it go. We'll raise up the A7 instead. See a 3-bet. I don't mind seeing a flop here with A7, sort of hand where you can end up with a monster. It's one of those surprising hands that sort of polarizes your 3-bet calling range a little bit. Not polarizes it, but it's like not a bad hand. Beat a lot of the low aces and can make nut flush. It's really cool. It's just a totally useless flop for us there, so we'll check it. And fold to his c-bet. Over on table two, I actually 3-bet with the ace-5 and I've led out for about 75% to try and rep a strong pocket pair style hand. Get a call and it comes a jack, which I'm not super interested in continuing on here. We've already put a lot of money in the pot and we've got ace high and he seems to be interested in the pot for some reason, so we'll give up and hope to see a miracle card next or something. Got to give up. The other thing to note as well is that those poker tracker charts that I've just been showing you about performance since we started streaming, they don't show our live results. Obviously, we can't input those, and well, we might be able to. I just don't know how to do it. And they don't track my P&L from sites which don't support poker tracker. Like I was saying the other day, playing on Grosvenor Poker. But I just update my poker bankroll spreadsheet that I showed you earlier in the stream with that, just to keep track of it all in one place, and that does the trick for me. So a lot of the stats that I will present on the stream in terms of like my month's profitability and stuff will come from that because it covers everything. But obviously in terms of tracked stuff and things that you can see on the stream. That's all on Poker Tracker. So we get a free bet here by Xinaz pre-flop. I'm going to call here. He's got quite a wide range that he free bets with. Might even do a cheeky check raise. Check raise in a barrel and then give up. It's not going super well for us, this, is it? Tens. Okay. Sure. That hand felt a bit spewy, but I don't mind that occasionally. It's just we're just in the middle of one of those sessions where literally nothing plays out right. Pull a perfect bluff, they've got the nuts. You make a move, they've just decided that they're going to beat you. Like, you can't get away from them. And you get aces, kings, queens, jacks, ace, king, you're going to lose. You're just going to lose, or you're going to make like the absolute bare minimum. And I can't get out of it. It's just damage limitation right now, this game, for me. Poker right now just feels like, let's sit down and see like how little money we can lose for the next few hours until eventually my luck will change and I can start to do something more interesting. It's pretty brutal. Just gotta hope that my luck does pick up at some point and I come around the good side of variance. Positive variance would be great, where I actually run good. Anyway, we're 250 down now. Our stop loss for the day is $400 down. Let's hope we don't hit that. Let's hope we don't hit that. If we get down below $300, then we're just going to be playing 50 NL. And to be honest, I might start opening some 50 NL tables soon, but I will need to take a break in a minute to go and put some lunch in the oven and nip to the toilet. Just thought you'd like to know that. Here it is, the wacky slide. Exactly the same hand on both tables. Probably not. Obviously, you can tell from my tone and everything that I'm frustrated. I know that, and I just need to take some deep breaths, center myself a little bit and remember just to keep playing solid poker. Stop, don't be spewy. Don't try and get creative. You need to just play when it's like this. Just play premium range of hands. Don't get too out of line, which I am doing, and just grind it back. Just grind it back. So I think I am just gonna sit out of these tables for now on the next big blind, and then I'm gonna go and put some lunch in the oven. Um, and nip to the toilet. When I come back, I'm going to open up some 50 NL tables. So we've got four tables open again, and going to play those. Um, and yeah, hopefully having a small break will make a positive difference to my game, and we can grind it back and get back into the black, as it were. All right, guys. I'm just going to mute my mic for now, and I'll finish off these hands until I'm in the big blind. I'm going to head off. Hey guys, I am back. My cottage pie is in the oven. I've made a cup of tea, done my business. Now it's time to open up some tables and get back into it. Thanks for waiting. Let me know where you're watching from today, by the way, if you're still watching. Okay, let's open some more tables. And let's also defend from the big blind with our king queen. It's a big bet, more than pot. I mean, it's a weird bet because if you had something like queens, which we block, or kings, which we block, I could see him doing that. I guess he could have aces, but like, could have two pair. He just can't really have a flush draw. You could have two pair. Sort of want to call. Is that spewy? Might already be spewy. Well, we hit our gut shot, so let's hope he just goes mad now. Let's hope he does have aces. It'd be so hard to put us on king queen. It's brutal that we hit our cut shot there, but I'm mainly just calling for the overpair, and just because his bet sizing is weird. It was after me. Let's get it all in, but not immediately. Let's wait, leave some room for suspense. What do you think he's got? A set? Maybe a set of threes? No, the lower end of the straight. That's a good start. That's a good start to our second part of the session. You'd be fuming about that 10. Oh, actually, no, will he? I mean, didn't the 10 just make it for him? Yeah, he rivered the straight as well, but the lower end of the straight. It's the problem with going for the lower draw. And up until that point, he was just betting. He got the open-ended straight on the turn, 6, 7, 8 in his hand, and then 9. And that's when he bet over pot. It didn't really make sense, but that's cool. Um, Winning that puts us back into a situation where we can actually play 200 NL again. So very good. I think I'll keep uh, the 50 NL table open, to be honest, and keep playing that. You never know, it could get on the leaderboard. So let's open another 200 NL table. Or open a 200 NL table. Here we go. Good. Okay, so if you're new to the stream, You'll notice on the left it tells you what each of these are, just in case you can't quite see the text at the top of each window. The blue felt are 100 NL, so 50 cents, $1. The green felt down here that we've just opened is 200 NL, so $1, $2 blinds. And the grey one down here is just a 50 NL, 25 cent, 50 cent blinds. We play a mixture of these. So we start off by playing 200 NL. If we lose over $200, we go down to the 100 NL. We try and work it back up again. If we lose more than $300, then we start opening only 50 NL tables and try and build it back so we get to 100, and so on and so forth, to try and slow down bad sessions and just regain composure and try and get back on track. And hopefully that just sort of mitigates the chances of us hitting our $400 stop loss target for the day. So that when I look at my results at the end of the day or the end of the session, I never have any huge losses, but hopefully I'll have more good winning sessions. So yeah, that's my month so far, and that's how I do it. That's how I do my bankroll management. Oh, you can't beat a good hot cup of tea. So ace eight on table one. It's on the big blind. And we get raised by the same chap we just stacked. Let's just flat for a bit of deception. We get the ace. It's perfect. Hard to put us on an ace with just a flat from the big blind. We're not too worried about much here, so we'll just call. It's a rainbow flop. Three, fine as well. Good card, really. I think we're about half pot now when he checks to us. Sort of would be tempted to think if I were him that I'm just betting just because he's checked. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting a big old re-raise like that. Well, cool. Ten of hearts is a really bad one because he does bet big on draws. So it's very possible he had a heart draw and just made it now. But let's not forget, he's angry at us and wants to stack us. I guess we could have checked back the ace and avoided the re-raise because it's a marginal made hand, not a super strong one. He's taking ages now. He's going to whack it all in, do exactly what we did to him. I think he's just made his draw there. I think anything else other than a heart, I'd have still been calling him. I'd have shown that I find it easy to fold an ace. Hopefully it has some tilting effect on him. That's a shame to lose that pot. $160 down. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and make a note on him. We get re-raised in another interesting pot. I think I'm tempted here just to get it in and play for all the chips. Okay, it's just drawing to the nuts, nut flush with two cards to go is pretty strong when you've got the ace as well, as opposed to the ace already being out and you have like the king or the ace and the king already out and you've got the queen to the flush. Because at least then you beat pocket pairs that are over pairs on the board. Pretty strong holding. So one of the interesting things I've noticed about Twitch is that when I went on my break, I came back and there were three people watching the stream, literally just watching the like loading page, like the waiting page, whilst I was on a break, and they didn't wait it out, and now it starts again, and they've all gone. So probably like my maximum number of viewers is when I'm not at the computer, which probably means I should quit doing this. It's pretty funny. I really do enjoy keeping a sort of log of my poker though. Helps me reflect on my game a lot more, keeps me more accountable, keeps me more structured, and allows my family and friends to see what it is I do, how I do it. So they don't just think that I'm just sort of, probably have some image of me like just hanging out at casinos, smoking and like sweating and losing my money. I think that's what people's image of me is. Some like down and out poker player just looking to bink something and get lucky, risking his rent money. um, check. Checks. We get bet into here. I think it's going to call. It's a pretty good card. It's sort of hard to put him on anything good there. I think I'd probably go for a check raise on the turn if he bets now. Because you're sort of a bit worried about the hearts, right? And there's a possible straight there. You know, if another card comes. You got the 8-7, the 3-4. Yeah, $50 and $200 NL games just play so differently. It's really funny. I think like ideally I'd be playing 2-5, 200, 500 NL, 200 NL, and 100 NL as opposed to mixing in the 50s because the $50 NL is almost, I think it's considered micro stakes or it might just be small stakes, but yeah, it just plays in a very different way. We're just gonna three bet the eights here. This guy is not fully stacked. We're going to bet half pot. See a snap call. Interesting. got 2 SPR. I'm going to check now. I've got to feel like I'm ahead now. I think if he's got an ace, he probably calls. 2 pair. The board's double paired. No. That's an interesting pot though, with a board like that. Limp from cut off, small blind raises. I call in position. Flop top pair. Checks to me. I'll bet half pot. Fold, fold. Pocket tens over on the 50 NL table. We raise it up from the cutoff. Get a 3-bet. I think we're just going to flat that 3-bet with the tens. Flop a set. He c-bets 75% of the time. We could just let him bet and we call and he can build a pot. I don't want to scare him off. It is rainbow after all, so it eliminates any flush potential. Start to get potential straight opportunities now. So I let him peel another bet off, but yeah, it's not a great turn and river for us, to be honest. See, it's my own fault for playing too passively with it, but it's unlucky. It's just the way we're running right now. It's just the way the poker gods are treating us at the moment. It's just a bit tilty. Still, we're doing our best. We're doing our best. Queen Jack under the gun, we're going to fold. 7-4, we're going to fold. Queen Jack under the gun. We've not been playing much on the 200 NL table, so we're just going to min raise that under the gun to look strong. And we're going to defend with the King 3 on the 50 NL table. Fold the 7 deuce, raise the Queen 10, c-bet the King 3, fold the 6-3, c-bet the Queen 10, middle pair, into the short stack guy, call the 3-bet, flop the fucking full house, the royal flush, re-raised, Queen 10, I don't know where I stand on that. Probably fold. Hmm. Should we just look like we're trying to bluff it off? No snap call means that we're good. Any call now is good for us. This has got the same hand, which is not going to happen. Damn. That'd be the sign of a fixed poker site when you both have Queen Jack of Diamonds. That's how bad I think I run. Oh dear. Oh dear, we run into a set here. I mean, it's another premium that we're probably about to get stacked with, so good luck. Yeah, run into a set. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Uh has my luck just turned around? Runner, runner, runner. Oh my god. That is insane. How the hell did that happen? Oh my lord. Fucking hell. That is a brutal run out for him. Okay, I feel like some justice has been served in the balancing of my like luck with premiums now. Holy crud. That's pretty crazy. Cool. I think that now I can actually close the 50 NL table because we're into profit again. So let's do that. Oh, I'm so relieved that we actually won with a premium for like the first time in my lifetime. Whew. That was getting a bit crazy. I can't believe that. What were the percentages at? He was 86% to win. I am surprised it's not. I suppose I had the Queen of Hearts as well. I'm surprised it's not higher than that, frankly. This is the percentages as we got it all in. 86% to win it. At that point, I go down to 9% because he makes the full house. So I've got two. I've got any queen or a nine, right? Bink City. Oh, you'd love to see it, but just only for when it's you. Interesting. Well, thank you, PokeStars. That was delightful. About time. About time. And thankfully, it was on the 200 NL table as well. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it wasn't on the 200 NL table. It was on the 100 NL table. Imagine if it were on the 200. That would be sick. Got into a three-way pot with the pocket tens. Unfortunately, it's come out with two overcards, and let's check round. I know you shouldn't really bet in a three-way pot like this, but I do want to just fire off $7 and just see if we get some folds. You could still get an ace king. Oh, I forgot he was short stacked. That was like idiotic. I forgot about that. You can still get ace kings to stay in, like, and then you end up beating them at a cheap check down. Obviously, we can't stay in with tens here. This is a blocker bet, really. I feel like it might target like the ace high sort of hands that may just want to see where I was at. Jacks. Nice hand. Okay. Well, the session has been really wild. This is how it's gone. Very up and down. Some big hands being played. Some very unlucky spells. Very unlucky spells. Followed by me getting incredibly lucky, hitting a two outer. And now currently got two tables of 100 NL and one table of 200 NL. And to be honest, I'm thinking of just closing this one on the next big blind over here because it's broken up. So we'll be down to just a few tables, one of 200 and one of 100, which I will switch over now for you. Very slickly done. Just as though we started the session again, only this time we're 600 hands deep. Set a countdown timer for 15 minutes. That's for my cottage pie that's in the oven.
Counting down.
Ace, nine of hearts. I think I want to three bet this. We've not three bet in 44 hands. Shit, and we get four bet. What are the chances of that? Quite high. Ah, that's frustrating. Three bet range, king, queen suited, king 10 suited. Really? Oh, okay, I guess repeat. Ace, king, ace, king. Well, let's see if I'd have won. Nope. Yep. I guess I prefer king queen. King queen. I guess I prefer ace king as a four bet shove than I do a three bet. Um, just because when you three bet shove, you could end up getting snapped by aces, kings, queens, jacks. You know you're not super happy against many hands. Whereas if it's a normal three bet and you go to see a flop, you've got a hit. It's a drawing hand, as Doyle Brunson said, and at least with a four bet shove, you're folding out a lot of the sort of jacks, tens, ace, queen sort of hands that may have got aggressive with a three bet. So I quite like it more. I like it a lot more as like a four bet shove than I do a three bet. Um, yeah, it's a weird one, ace king. It's sort of tricky to play. Not as tricky as jacks, but still tricky. Oh, we've been playing for just over 2 hours. We are losing at a rate of 8.64 big blinds per 100, which isn't ideal. Getting very aggressively bet into. Well, this is how the session has gone so far. There's definitely some interesting hands to review, starting with one of my first hands, which was a bluff with pocket threes, and went all in on the river for something like 95 big blinds and got snap called by the nuts. But I'd free betted pre-flop and checked and c bet the flop, checked the turn. It looked like I had a king in my hand and would have hit it on the river. Um, it's exactly how I would have played it had I had a hand like king queen, which is exactly what I was representing. But unfortunately, he had like it was either king queen or king seven or something like that. But yeah, he had it. So he had the Broadway straight with the king to it. So it's kind of hard to bluff someone that has the nuts. But I don't feel like it was a bad spot to do it in. And then I've had some tilty plays, check raising people, barreling through streets with air. Um, what else? Got it all in with over pairs. Got it all in with over pairs. Was behind, hit runner to win. But honestly, I know it's easy to look at the times when you look out and justify it. If anyone was due that, it was me. I'm probably due quite a lot more as well. If you look at as I shown earlier in the stream, if you look at it as a video on demand later, I've I've just not been able to win. I've had premiums like aces, kings, queens, ace, king off, and more over 30 times in the last few sessions, and I'm down hundreds. I can't get action, and when I do, I don't get much. We've got the open-ended straight draw here, defending from the big blind. Might be nice to. Oh, Yeah, I was gonna call there. I was going to three bet, but I think. Sorry, I was going to raise, but I think that the check back is fine. I might bet here just because if we do miss, I still want to be able to bet and potentially represent a hand that is already on the board. I don't want to check check. I don't want to check call check. Just look. I might end up just looking fishy and not have the option of bluffing at it. So essentially, is what I'm trying to get at. This seems like a really good spot to put in a squeeze here. We'll make it 15 to play. It's the initial razor, 24 Erides or Eridas or whatever it's called that we are concerned about because we don't know how strong his hand is. But the fact that the other two guys just flat called there suggests that their hands aren't super strong and it would be harder for them to call a squeeze like this. So yeah, that's what we're worried about, obviously. We just have to fold that, unfortunately. Can't get one by today, can we? Everyone's got a bloody read on me. Pocket kings. What a sight to see. Classic. Classic fold around. And look, we'll raise queen jack and everyone will raise us. No. We just flat here and set mine. Almost. Close, but no cigar. Once again, we get a big hand on the blinds, get no action. We've got an open-ended straight draw now on this hand, so we are going to bet it. Got a made hand, albeit very marginal, and an open-ended straight draw. There are higher straight draws out there. I sort of wanted to hit that with the 2, not the 7. I think I'm just going to check call this now. The flush gets there. Any 8 gets there. I think 5, that's fine. I'm quite happy to win 11 big blinds in that hand. We defended from the big blind on the left, and we are free betting on the right from position. Keeping the pressure on those people we have position over. just making it difficult to play alongside us. We've gone very short-handed now on the table one. Hopefully that picks up. We're just going to flat this time rather than get a little bit too aggro. Notice that this guy's roll has not auto-updated. It's probably playing with what's in his bank, in his cashier, I should say, not bank. Which is a telltale sign that he's not a reg. And he is playing a lot of hands. Could have ended up in a split pot here. I don't know. That's not a bad thing for us that he's got more chips. We want to get him into more positions where we can stack him. He plays a lot of hands, plays a wide range of hands, as you saw there. Called my free bet with 5-7, was it? Check back here for disguise. We're not upset about any spades coming. That's smallish. He's out of it. Ace king again. Lovely. See a call. Flop comes 5-9-3. It's a card that we can bet on for sure. That hits our range. We don't have a diamond, which sucks. But we can still bet at it. And that means my cottage pie is done. So I'm just going to check this down now and hope that we've won with ace king. No, he had the 9. It's okay, minimal loss really. We'll sit out on the next big blind. I'll go and get my shepherd's pie and I'll be right back. I'm going to eat it while I play, so I'm not going to be gone for a long time. Wow, having ace king a lot at the moment. Damn, I was really hoping I could free bet him then. I'm just going to fold that here. Pocket jacks under the gun, but short-handed with one person sat out. We're going to raise. Falls around in calls. We have an overpair, so it's going to bet it big, treat him almost like a microstakes player, and as offensive as that may sound, just bet with a big hand and check with marginal hands as much as possible. Okay, so I will be back shortly. I'm just going to go and get some food, and I'll bring it back upstairs. So I'll be back in a sec. All right, we're back. Oh, running up the stairs now means that I'm out of breath. That is how unfit I am. Although it is 2 flights of stairs. Hopefully the sound of me eating isn't annoying. If it is, let me know in the chat and I will mute my mic. Otherwise, I will keep going. $16 up through 660 hands. This is the tail of the tape. We've just got 2 tables open right now whilst I'm eating. One 200 NL on the left, one 100 NL on the right. And I have one plate of cottage pie in front of me. I don't know if king queen off under the gun 6 max is a raise, really. I should probably check my charts. I think it is. Hmm. That's a really bad card. Fuck's sake. That's annoying. Really annoying. I can't even put him on a hand. I thought he had a draw. I'm just going to be really bad here and call. Yeah, he had a draw. Sick. Fucking sick. Fucking yes. Come on. Come on. Love that. Fucking love that. I fucking love that. 4. Just stack after him. No. That's a bit of charity. Give it back to him. The table over here broke up, so I'm just going to close that now. Just for now, I'll just focus on this one table of 200 NL. It's going well for us. I'm just going to flat this. Sevens isn't really a hand that flops super well a lot of the time, so. Okay, well, luckily for you guys, I've now finished my lunch, so no more eating sounds. Okay, let's finish this session off. Let's get up to $300. I'm opening up another table of 200. As well as a table of 100 NL, which I've just opened as well. So I'll just show you how it all lies at the moment. So King Jack, we're going to raise that. Obviously, we're going to raise the queens. And we're going to fold the 9-7. Get a set of queens. Going to bet it. We're going to hope to see a raise. Fuck! That would have been the hand. We're just going to call with the ace-jack. Min raise. Cool. Go on then. Let's all just call. Go 3-bet with the ace-6. We're going to fold that, raise the 10-jack, and that gets through. Ace-5. Oh, it's raining really heavy outside. Ace-5 on the cutoff, four-handed. So it's also under the gun. That's what it is. Ace-10. We're going to 3-bet this time. Not a horrific flop. Ace-3. We're going to defend with the 8-10. Oh my god, I accidentally just limped on the bottom table. I was looking at the board above. Damn it. Okay, well, we got a raise. A raise came in, good. So at least we can re-raise now. Although that looks fishy as fuck. I got a raise. That's so strange though. Weird. A limp re-raise. That's a horrible thing to do with aces, but you can't not do. Once you've made that mistake, you've made a mistake. I'd have been too gutted if like he'd got a cheap flop and hit some monster and ended up stacking me because of my one call pre-flop. That would have been awful. So I just have to end up looking like a real fishy donk. Three bet. I feel like calling that for some reason. Got it in some weird feeling. Probably not do that. Out of time is taking. I feel like he had a pocket pair. Ace King again. Let's hope that he also does the same thing and free bets us and we can shove it all in his bum. as they say in English. What's happening? Did my internet just totally disconnect? I'm now sat out everywhere. The hell? I wasn't even aware of the fact that I was sat out. What's going on? What? Why am I not playing? It won't let me sit down. I'm ready. Let me play. What the hell? Alright, well, I'll sit down at another table for now then, until they let me actually play. Brutal. Just booted me off that table. And what's so shit is that some really weak players joined it. Update client application. So PokerStars wants to run an update, so it kicks me from the most profitable table that I was on, and then makes me close everything down in my session, so that I can sit down at a table. That seems fair, not? That's so stupid. Update application. How about I just close the application, pretend to close it, and then say nah, and then try again. Let's try that. In order to join the waiting list at this table, please update client application. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's really pissed me off. That has. It's a really good table. That's really pissed me off. What's so weird is that I am sat down at the table. It just won't let me join it and play it. It's so bizarre. I've never seen it do this before. Oh, well, it may mean that we have to prematurely end this stream. Or we could just play this table alone for a bit. King, queen. That's really weird. PokerStars thing. Let's just call. It's a pretty good flop for us. We block a lot of the straights that we'd be worried about. We also have the queen to the flush. So I'm just going to check and hopefully get some action. That's not a great card. Middle pair now improves. I'm just going to check it again. Slightly disguise our hand a bit. I mean, it couldn't be a worse card. Fuck's sake. Can't be beat anything now at this point. Literally puts, like, if I could pick two cards that I wouldn't want to see, it would have been the jack and the ace. Jack, ace. Kills my hand. So gross. Where am I at in the leaderboard thing for the day? Attempt to. No way, really. Fold. King, queen. Let's raise that under the gun. This is how the session's looking. If you're just joining us, we've played a total of 734 hands. We're up $210. It's been a real battle, to be honest. We went down to almost minus 300 right from the off, and had to go down stakes, battle our way back up, and we got lucky in one hand and one hand alone, and we were actually ahead in that hand pre-flop. But when we got it in, we were behind and we got lucky. It's the only bit of luck we've had all day. Other than that, it's just been a sheer dogged grind. If we look at the luck bell curve, you can see that we've actually been pretty lucky in terms of hitting our draws, so that's nice. But in terms of actual results, again, in similar style to recent sessions, we've just not been getting enough results with our premium hands. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy to be up, considering that's the case, because it means that we've been playing some solid poker. Still waiting to join another table. We are managed to get on waiting list by tricking PokerStars and making it think that we had closed it. But until that point, we can't actually get onto a good table. Unfortunately. Oh, I've got on one table. I wouldn't say it's a good table, but it's a table. It's all right. Here's our new table. In fact, it's the table that we were on before, but it's really changed. Wasn't like this in my day, this table. But that's good though, because we get our stack back. So that's very good. Because we've actually got 466 at that table now, so if anyone does build up a stack, we can get more off them. Okay, cool. Well, we're up for the session. We've got two tables of $200 NL open, and we've got one more we're on the waiting list for. So let's go. Let's get to our $300 target for the day, and then I can go and put my feet up and watch some poker on the sofa and chill out before picking my boy up from nursery. So that's the game plan. Let's do it. We get ace 8 on table 1. In the big blind, someone raises. He is aggressive, but not not out of hand. Well, we have to fold now to 3-bet. Not going to be playing ace 8 off out of position to a 3-bet. 9-6 also is going to be a fold. Let me know where you're watching from. It was good to get a sense of the people that are tuning into the stream. Don't be shy. Ace 7 on the button. You get 3-bet. We'll fold that. And our third table has just opened up, which is good. So we'll put that in the mix. As well. There we go. So I think I'm just going to flat call with the ace 4 suited here. Just try and flop some sort of wheel or flush draw. We get a wheel draw, no flush draw and no pair. Just check it to him. Again, this is another table that we were on before, so good to have those back. Might put in a small bet to him now. Okay. I think we fire again with 50% of the pot. Just because there's so few cards there, like he probably bets on the flop or raises me on the turn rather than checking it back on the flop and then calling. Seems strange. So I just feel like another barrel there gets it done. Whereas we could have made him fold like a low pair, something like that. Hi Olive, thanks for dropping by. I'm doing good. It's been a bit of an up and down session. This is how it's gone. We started off and we got called out on a massive bluff for 95 big blinds, and he had the nuts, and that's what we were representing. So that didn't really work out super great. Other than that, it was just ran really badly. Other than in one hand where we had queens, and I think they had eights, and they had a set of eights, and it came like 9-9 on a paired board of nines, so it gave us a higher full house, which was pretty lucky. And then after that, we've just been grinding away. We went down stakes when we started losing, all the way down to 50 NL, ground it back up to what now, just under like 100, just over $150 profit. What are we on? $179 profit. So we're going to try and hit a $300 target. See if we can do it. We've got 3 tables of 200 NL open. Where are you watching us from? I'm in Bristol in the UK. See a raise. I think I'm just gonna 3-bet here on table 3. Ooh, we get 4-bet. Seems to be either running into a hell of a lot of hands, or we've just got very aggressive players at our table who don't mind putting their chips in. When they leave straight after a hand like that as well, you just make you feel like they're just prepared to lose all their money, which isn't great. Thanks for the follow, Olive. Appreciate it. Once again, we get 3-bet with our ace jack. We're in position. Oh, do I want to see a flop with it? Tens. And unfortunately, this table seems to be falling apart now down here as well. So that's frustrating. We'll play a few hands. Hopefully, someone comes and sits down. I'm just going to 3-bet with the 9-10 suited up on table 2. Would you get called? Flop middle pair. Give it a 40% a pot sort of bet. See a fold. You get ace 5 next hand. I'm just going to raise that up normally. Pocket deuces on the small blind, just going to call 300. Come on, everybody, set. No. Whoa, spewing a little bit at the moment. Ace 3 on the button. Wow, just saw Jack 9 on the other table, get it all in. Okay, so ace king. Good night, Jack 9. King Jack on the big blind. Fold, fold. Kings, top left. Again, let's just raise that. Fold there. I think I was going to sit out of the next hand on this table. See a fold. Oh, someone else has joined. That helps. It's just kind of frustrating trying to play like multiple tables when one of them is like heads up or three-handed because you're just like relentlessly getting your attention pulled over to that when you're trying to make a decision. King 10 gets 3-bet by suck job. It's one way to get a load of hands in at least. I guess. I'm just going to flat call with the ace king. It's a little trappy, but it's also less pot committing to play out of position. I think we can just let go of it. I think this is the thing with ace king out of position. I either like to be 4-bet shoving it or calling. I don't really like 3-bet, 3-betting it out of position. Just getting into these really horrible spots. All the tables are breaking up. Come on. It's just people going for their lunch, I guess. Like a late lunch or something. I just want to tighten up a little bit now. 3, 4, 5, 6. sort of spewing a little bit in terms of our P&L pretty fast. I don't know if it's because my focus is going or just running into a lot of strong hands that I'm having to make folds on. It's harder when you get very short-handed in a lot of the tables because things happen pretty fast before you've even managed to spot a trend. I think we just leave this table now. See you later. Let's slow things down. Just keep two tables open that are full tables, and let's play. Try and get it back up again because we've spewed off like over $100 in like the last like 120 hands or something. We were basically just like one mediocre hand away from hitting our target, and now we're a double up away. Tighten up again, play some premium range hands, focus on everything a bit more, get the win. We've got until 1,000 hands to hit our target of $300. This is an interesting one. Wow. That's why you run it twice for split variance to reduce your variance. I've just started just running it once because I just found so many times that I was getting it in good and then getting the pot split, and it was just proper tilting. I think if you're deciding to play a lower variance strategy, ironically, you should go for running it once because you'll often be getting it all in good. And if you're going for higher variance, flipping for stacks, you should go for that to reduce it. So I feel like it's a balancing act. I don't know. You may disagree, but that's just what I think. Like sometimes I'm playing the sort of poker where I'm happy to just get it in knowing I've got a flip. If I think I have the better end of the flip. Because it's just so fractional, but may as well. But sometimes I'm just making really strict folds. In which case, I just want to run it once, so that when I get it in, I don't end up getting it taking 3 hours to get it in a hand which would normally like help me hit my target, and then end up splitting it and just being like, oh fuck my life. So like maybe a better approach would be if you're playing loads of hands, lots of tables, run it twice because it's not going to be as bad a situation. Whereas if you're, only playing like a couple of tables or like 20,000 hands a month for me, then run it once and just try to get your money in good. Get your money good. Right, I might open a 100 table in a minute. Or maybe I'll just call it a day early because just my focus is just drifting a little bit. I either need more tables to keep me focused, or I need no poker just because I'm not in the right zone. It's one of them. Just don't know which. We'll call here. Okay, so we've got the backdoor flush. Now we have the nut flush draw. Club. Now we have the top pair. So he's got to have been bluffing at some point in this hand if he bets now. Because you can't bet all three streets. The nuts has changed so many times. This is a weird one. I think I've got a call. Yeah. So funny. This is an interesting one over on table 2 as well. I'm just gonna. I think I might actually be betting for value here. Thin value. Or is it even thin? I don't even know. I'm either buried or I've won. They might call me with an ace, but no pair. That's interesting. I think he probably has me beat, actually. Yeah, nice hand. I could have probably saved myself a tenner there. Oh. His money will eventually end up on my stack. That's a Matthew guarantee. That is a Matthew guarantee. This wall of red to my left isn't great. I'm really just sticking around for this extra 70 chips, 70 dollars. Playing a slightly more contained game around him. Just don't want to end up having to be pot committed and call an all in with a marginal holding. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look. This is a good look over here. That's a really good look. I have to check that back because I'm not scared of any clubs and I've got the nuts. That's a fucking bad card. Can't we just get some fucking good cards? You've got to raise him now, unfortunately. In fact, I might just go all in. If he's got king queen, he fucks me. If he's got king ten, he fucks me. I don't want him to get a flush. I don't want him to get I don't want him to split the pot with me. If he's got a king, then he's probably going to call this. No instant call is the best thing ever. I don't mind now. That's okay. Just don't turn over like queen jack of clubs or something. He's probably thinking, if he's got a king, why would he do this? Shame. Still puts us back to 227 where we were before. God, that king. That could have either made me or broken me. So I think it was the right time to put it in. There's still like so many questions around that move there. Whereas if I leave it another street, I'll either end up losing or it'll be too obvious what I've got when I try and get my chips in. Or it'll prohibit how much I can go for value. If that makes sense. Like I wouldn't be able to bet all in or do a massive bet without it being really obvious what I've got. That's what I mean. So if you're going to go for value, you have to go small. I'm just going to complete here with the 7-6. Pretty good flop for us, really. Backdoor flush and straight possibilities and a pair. So pretty well disguised, decent. Yeah, so we get the gut shot, come off. It's not a particularly scary card for us. So put a bet in. This obviously hits me pretty hard, this board. I feel like there's a lot of stuff they should be folding above this now. The only card that has us beat is the 8. Can't believe they both called. That's quite shocking. I'm gonna have to check it down now. Quite surprised they both called. And obviously a river. It's pretty loose. Pretty loose. Oh, I forgot he has that. Min raises. Forgot he had like no chips. See, I'm definitely not playing my A game now. It may be time to call it a day. I think I'm going to stick around and play this, just because this guy on our right has a VPIP of 63%, and so the chances of me actually going to be able to get a hand and him be involved are still quite high, probably like 1 in 2 um, of him being involved. So I'm just going to call here with the king six. We just want to get into lots of pots with him and hope that we get the better of him enough times. See a cheap river, hopefully get a six or a king come out. No. Still somehow managed to win with a six. Pretty funny. And he's gone now. There's really, definitely not staying on this table. It is not a profitable table to stay on. And you can see how fast everyone else leaves as well, because they all know it. That guy leaves. I leave. They leave. They leave. I bet someone else leaves now. Mr. Duckins, you gonna leave? Anyway, that'll be the end of that table. I think we're going to c bet this. We have a pretty like 50-50 c bet percentage, so certainly not bad. Just going to move this table over to table one now. Almost back up to the highs of the session. Highs of the session were just over 240. Currently at 224. And we can call this flop top pair check. The two kicker is pretty shit, so we're just going to check call. I feel like we can probably bet now. Two pairs, very good. Go for value with a bit of a bigger bet. Well, we've got one table left at the moment. We've got the major stack, $587. So we're in a really good position now. We just need another $67 to hit our target for the session, and then we can be really proud of ourselves that we had, a lot of adversity. We did everything the right way, going down stakes, working our way back up. Really want to hit the target now. For a good sense of sort of pride and satisfaction that I graphed through it well. Ace Jack, another limp from under the gun from Artemio. He's playing a lot of pots, but not raising an awful lot, not free betting. Just quite a passive player, and obviously not sat with a full stack, so he's almost certainly a recreational player. Suck job with a three bet is frustrating. His three bet range includes tens through to kings, 10-9 suited, ace king off, king queen off. He's out of position. I think we can call. We get top pair. Obviously, the king-queen hands that he's now playing get there, so that's annoying. We get a good hand next hand, which means the poker god's telling us that we did make a good lay down there, so that's good to know. Thank you, poker gods. So Job's going to 3-bet us again. This time we're going to 4-bet him and not be pushed around too much. We're going to make it 29 to go on this occasion. We see a fold. Thank you for giving us our money back. It's much appreciated. And back to where we were before. Ace 10 suited. Nice hand. There's an 11% chance that he's going to raise. He did. Folds to a 3. Interesting. What's his 3-bet range include? Ace 8 suited. Fancy a squeeze here. Nice. That was a good squeeze. Takes us up to 239, and we're so close to hitting the highs of our session. Ace 9 off, we just 4-bet him. Out of position if he doesn't like it. I don't know if I could call a 4-bet. I'm going to fold it. It might be a bit of a nitty pussy ass thing to do, but it's just one of those things where you've got to read the situation, and Ace 9 off's a bit meh. I don't know. Thoughts on a postcard for that? Limps again. I really want to punish him. I've got 10-6 off. Can't be bothered at this stage. I just need to play some premium hands, pick some good spots, and hit my target so I can go and put my feet up. That's what I need right now. I think it's about time we had some big hands. Not had big hands for a while. For a minute there, I thought we were about to lose our cash cow. I just noticed the name of this table is Bunda. It means derrière in Brazilian Portuguese, probably in Portuguese as well. Bunda. As in, that girl got bunda. That would be the colloquial use of it in context. Ace Queen on the small blind. We get a raise, we get a lip, we get a re-raise by me to 13. We get a fold, we get a fold. And then what do we get? A fold! Eee! Lots of squeezes. Squeezes galore. And we are now officially at the highest point of our session. I'm really happy with that. Beginning to get a bit of a eye strain. And I will want to go and watch Hustler Casino live. I'm just going to raise this slightly more than I normally do to isolate Artemio again. Make him pay to play out of position. He does. It comes down 6-10 Jack. We've got the 10. I think we're going to call there. 4 is a good card. Could easily have a Queen Jack sort of hand. That is definitely in his wheelhouse. He'll probably be betting it as well. Because it's a small bet though, I think we've got a call. It's giving us the odds so that we can hit our ace. It's unlikely he has a flush here, but not impossible. He could have King Queen. And I've got there with an open-ended straight. That's a very possible thing. I think we just call. King 7. Yeah, fuck all. That is random. Anyway, like we said, he is our cash cow. So we'll let him off. I think, to be honest, guys, I'm just going to sit out on the next hand because I'm, on the next big blind, because I'm getting tired now, and I know we're close to the target, and it's satisfying to hit it and then walk off, but I do this so often that, like, I feel like I'm at my target, basically. Doesn't matter to me a few dollars up, a few dollars down. Whenever I lose, I'm a few dollars over or under. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference to me. So we'll play these 10s. There we go, not much. Make of it, and then we'll call the session. We'll call time on the sessions. That's 279, is it? Let's have a look. 279.24 for the session. Very good. I'll just fill that in on my bankroll spreadsheet. It's been a really, really good session in the end. Certainly not easy, and I can definitely be really proud of that performance. Why has that not changed colour? That's strange. 279.24. That's weird. Let me refresh it. Oh no, what's happened to my conditional formatting? Anyway, it's updated here. So we're almost up 2,000 for the month, so that's really good. Thank you to everyone that popped in and watched. Thank you to Olive for the follow. We'll be doing another stream again in the next few days, and yeah, it's going really well. Let me just, before we go, update you on some of the stats. We can look at a few of the hands that we played. Um, so that's how the session finished. As you can see, it was a real nosedive to begin with, but we stuck at it, went down stakes, worked our way up, moved back up into the 200 NL stakes, and eventually hit our target. Stopping mainly because we're like what 120 hands short of my 1,000 hand session target, just $20 short of our monetary target. But I'm just tired, and I know that I need to have a break. Not playing my A game really, um, but this is within the range of my target, so that's great. What does that look like for the month so far? Here's the month. I mean, we've been pretty choppy. It was a good start. Well, it was a bad start, but then we really recovered in the next few thousand hands, and then since then it's been really up and down. Struggled with a lot of negative variance and running bad with premium hands, um, in the most insane way, actually. Um, so to still be up around this area and rake back will definitely give that a nice boost and improve our hourly. I'm really pleased, and this is how we're looking since we started on the 1st of November. So still really positive. It'd be lovely to see the P&L over 4,000 again, and really start to make new highs on that as well. So yeah, good session. Um, let's have a look at some of the hands that came out of it, shall we? Oh, I don't even know where to begin. I'll just look for some of the larger ones. Here we go. We've got queens. We raise it up to 250 on the 100 NL table. We get a call from the dealer. Small blind gets out of the way. Big blind calls. Get a 9 high flop. Checks to us. We bet just small, 35% of the pot. We get raised, which is obviously fantastic news to us. We re-raise. He re-raises. We re-raise. And he shoves it all in. And it isn't great news, but the flop comes 9-9, and we see that actually he had got it all in with the best of it with a set of eights. On the turn, he makes his full house, and I'm drawing even more dead, unless a 9 or a queen peel, and a 9 peels, and ship the pot to me. So that was our biggest luck boxing hand for sure. But if we actually go back, not looking at uh, separate hands, but just look at like the session as a whole, we can sort of get a sense for. Obviously, that's the one occasion where I actually got lucky. I think it is the only occasion in the session. But if we use these filters to look at times when I had aces, kings, queens, and ace king off and ace king suited, you can see that it wasn't really until the last part of the session where I started to actually make profit. We had 14 occasions where um, I had them, which to go 14 hands uh, with these cards and lose is pretty crazy. But it's been like that for the last few days. If we go back to, um, let's say, what's the date today? Let's just say like the 17th of the 12th, and see, we've had premium hands 52 times, and we're down still $40 for premium hands. That's how badly we've run with them recently. And so like that gives you some sort of sense of perspective um, on how we're doing. So we seem to be doing better for sets. We seem to be very lucky for hitting sets apparently in that same period of the last few days. Uh, but it's meant that we've actually ended up still getting stacked and losing. So not great, not as great as that might make it seem.
Anyway, it's always interesting to look at these stats and go over hands. I found it's helped my game quite a lot, and it's helped to put things into perspective for me. But this is a session I'm really proud of. I'm gonna probably upload it to YouTube, and if you want to watch more of my videos, then I do upload them there as a VOD, which obviously gets stored indefinitely versus them getting uh, removed from Twitch. So yeah, go and check it out over there and hit subscribe. But otherwise, I will check you in the next video, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.